Espas Motors, the Gambia's largest auto sales and service center, has great deals on new model Ford Ranger, Great Wall's Wingo 5, Sherry Mogo's Tigo 7 and QQ. The all-new 2019 Ford Ranger has been developed and tested to the demanding standards of built Ford Tough. This double-cabin pickup is the ultimate construction and fieldwork pickup vehicle. It has 4 cylinders, air conditioning, 6-speed gearbox, 2.2-litre diesel engine, reinforced shock absorbers, and comes in manual or automatic and has a ground clearance of 235 millimeters. Great Wall Motors Wingo 5 double-cabin pickup is the result of great achievement and development by Great Wall. The new Wingo 5 has leather seats, reverse sensors, 4 cylinders, CD player, MP3 port, centralized air conditioning, and a 2.8-litre engine. The new Sherry Tigo 7 is the latest edition.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman. The next witness will be led by Ms. Sagar Jahate. You have the floor, Sagar.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Usher, can you please bring in the witness?
Yaya Bojang.
Akonte Yaya Bojang.
Yaya Bojang.
Akonte Yaya Bojang. Iba fala maninga kangolto.
Do swear that.
Mbenkali lako.
Mbekala ko.
I'll speak the truth.
Mbeto nyale fola.
The whole truth.
The whole truth.
To nyadama.
And nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Inni ala temo.
Abarak.
Bole fola.
Thank you, Mr. Witness. Good afternoon, Chairman. Good afternoon, members of the Commission.
Council ko Chairman Itinyang, Commissioner Be Altinyang.
Mr. Witness, can you please get yourself comfortable? We know that you're not feeling very well.
Ako ya lonko iman sahaba ke bari sisi puru ye tarasi kuring.
Can you just confirm to us whether you're well enough to proceed with your testimony today?
Ako I left yenyim ko indimma fo hanim bi ebe tembe damento isi continue no le ka sede yaro ke bi bang. Sedo ako akenyinin kale fo ibe tembo mento ibe sede yaro ke no le bi bang. Yo sedo ayenyinin kale fo be tembe da mento be continue no la ka sede yaro ke bi bang
Hankai.
Yes.
Olen sida.
That is my purpose of being here.
Very well. Thank you very much, Mr. Witness. As you know, my name is Sagar, in short, and we met yesterday briefly.
Ako inumbara ko yalo nyameng atomu Sagar lete aliya ben sutun ke kunung.
Ankay.
I will be leading your questioning today on behalf of the commissioners.
Tum commissioner lutoya la atelebe nyinin karo kela bi atelebe nyinin kala.
Bismillah.
Just so you have an idea what we'll be covering today, we'll go through your personal information and background.
Puru salong ebe dunna men kono bi ite fangu mujumaleti puru salong imumenti.
We will also touch on your political activities throughout the years.
Adun ila politiko fanang ila taro politiko kono kuol tata nyamin sangolu kono mbeo fanang nyinin kala le.
Bismillah.
We will also discuss the ill treatment that you received or the torture that you went through at the hands of the authorities.
Mbe kachala le fanang ye mantoro men taki ye ko membe kela men ya kela wo nyaton ko lupru mbe o fanam mala le kachakono.
Bismillah.
And finally, we will discuss your victimization and the impact that it's had on your life.
Dun kumo labandula ye toro men taki ibata me yaje mbe o folale aning unata mune sima ila balwo kono.
Bismillah.
Before we begin, I would just like you to speak slowly and into the microphone.
Ako janimba damutala be lafila puru nibe diamula isi diamo nyin sumayandi kato abe kanna sor kanne molle ba kanna sor kan adu nibe diamula fanan isi datili microphone nyinna.
Bismillah.
Assume a position that is comfortable to you so that we can all hear you clearly.
Ako si nyama me ya lonko wole te fanan dahandi satara te ngoji la karala te batandila puru mbesi la kumo moy ay senea.
Also whenever I'm speaking, can you make sure that I finish what I'm saying before you start to speak so that our speeches do not overlap?
Ako bitun nata be diamula bitun ibe la moyla hanfo nata yala kumo jindi secondanta dunje utumo sina diamu katu amalla fi alla diamoli yesele nyokan.
And please be aware that there's also interpretation into various languages going on, so just take it slowly.
Ako isa sumayandi katu niaja bofula kanna soro be ke kanne koma la tumandolo itabula kala mabari ba kanna sor kanne puru kumo membe fula asisene kanna sor la lufanal sa fono.
Bismillah.
Thank you very much, Mr. Witness.
Ako inumbara ba ke sedo.
Can you please tell us your names?
Ako sayito kan ito mumemme beta ni konton.
Bismillah. Ya, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Wadi misilmo bema.
Imam be amu. Ito ni konton. Ito ni konton ay nyin ka wala.
Ya bojang birkama.
Yaya Bojang from Brikama Kabafita.
Where were you born?
Akoy wuluta sate jumale to.
Foni kansalan kamfelna.
Fonye Kansaga, Kamfenda,
bojang kunda.
Bojankunda.
Is it correct that you're from the Jola tribe?
Ko foto nyalem mo e fanambota jola la silo le kono.
Jola piro wan wala muntati.
Abe pio jola.
Yeah.
Kindly tell us where you live now.
Ako afanye saying ibe siri mintole.
San besire birkama.
I'm resident in Brikama now.
What is your occupation?
Ako eka balum doku fasonela ila mecho.
Before I was working at the hospital.
In Atanam by 1996.
But I was sacked in 1996. Since then up to now, I depend on people's gifts for food. I can't get food on my own.
Mr. Witness, can you just kindly tell us what you were doing at the hospital where you were working? What were you engaged as?
Ako isa fonyeng utumo be lopitano to ikamundo ku fasonne keje utumo.
Demu fego odi kadula alfita.
I was a cleaner.
A cleaner.
And how long did you work? Were you working with the Ministry of Health?
Ako wati jelle kedo ko la fodu be do ko la no minister bundale ko to mem marta jata kende akunyalla.
Middle goal at 24 years.
I was working for 24 years.
Just to be clear, was this before Yaya Jammeh came into power or after he came into power?
Ko purka kolu senayandi wayatara janni Yaya Jammeh man sakunda talom bang for ala man sakunda taringolom.
And then I do coach a bit in Jawara time.
I started work since Jawara's time.
Can you tell us where you were around 1994 when Yaya Jammeh took power?
Ako isa fono nye ebenun dami 1994 Yaya Jammeh sembota atu moment.
1994, Yaya Jammeh Banko Tajang.
In 1994, when Yaya Jammeh took over the state,
Because Sojarole Banko Tango go Sri Lanka Tinyatale.
when they said the soldiers have taken over the country, I said now our country is spoiled. I was the one who said that.
Can you tell us why you said that or why you thought that?
Ako afanye munan na yo fo wala munan na yo mira nun ko bankoti nyatale katu sojarole bankota.
Mayat Nangao for Animura Nangao Mira.
The reason why I said that and why I had that thought,
Ntemankarang.
I am not literate, but I used to hear that
Sojar Masakunda Tubabu Kamako Riche. And Mitola Jang, Nintubabu Date Jang, I became a problem on it.
I am not literate, but I used to hear that they said that military governments normally don't get assistance from the West. And given that our country is dependent on that help, so I made that statement.
Can you tell us if you knew Yaya Jammeh?
Afanye mba fulum ini Yaya Jammeh nyolon ne numba.
Ngalon Abamamu Binkilet.
I know him. His mother is my aunt.
What kind of person did you know him to be?
Ite alongo tumo mo fasonne mo ati ibalo na tumo.
Yaya Jammeh.
Yaya Jammeh.
Yaya Jammeh. Akuluta adiata e nyamen. Hana la diamo na ya koros ibalo ko mole men kuluta adiata e nyamen. Formati je.
He was brought up by his own standards. Even if you look at him, you know that he's someone who disciplined himself based on his standards. There is no respect in his behavior.
Since you knew him, did you support him when he came into power?
Biria long. Fo, biria bankota. Ifanan kafta male bampuruka asembentuya.
Asembentuya. Honey.
To empower him, to support him, no.
Did you belong to any political party at the time?
Fo tembo ibe politic party do kono lebang o wato.
Wato ndebe UDP le 100%.
At that time, I was in the UDP 100%.
Were you active with the UDP party?
Ako utumo febe bambandi UDP party okono lebang kakulu tamandi.
Since 1996, untulinga usienu tombong, usiente banko kanjang.
Since 1996, we were the ones that nominated Usenu. He was not in the country at the time.
Can you tell us what kind of activities that you actually went through with the UDP party?
Afanye ibe UDP party okono yetumo nyameng. Eka do kulle keye bang, eka kulle tamandi bang fo imukafudin kense oda maneti.
Man do kucheje.
I did not.
Kodinje. Kanole meyal ko banko kan siwliano le nyanta banko marla do bali ye jele. Bare sojaro manyana banko marla banko sojar banko maro womu mala retanlet. Wala mbutaji mansong ala friend.
I did no specific work there. I did not seek for any financial reward there, but just for the fact that the military should not be in power, and that was why I went into the UDP. Because a military rule is like saying, let everybody laugh at me.
Mr. Witness, can you tell us whether during some of the political rallies and campaigns that you attended, you actually served as an interpreter for the Jolas?
Ako foi sa fono nyebang UDP la bengolu mitingulu aning la jama bengolu fodu inene kanna soro ke itolien na bang elaw bendulalto.
Yes.
Kindly tell us what that entailed.
Afanye wo doko be kanna soro e ka ke nyaadi le.
Nintata mitino la.
When we go for meetings,
when all
the speakers have spoken in Mandinka, in Wolof, and in Fula, I will transmit that into the Jola language.
Did you attend all political campaigns and rallies of the UDP?
Ko foi ma beta politique campagne ni meeting lu tola ni rally lu UDP e mennuke.
Nkama be rally to ni rally. I
used to attend, but on each rally I go to, I used to stand at the platform and I address my relatives.
Please tell us whether there were many Jolas who were actually members of the UDP party.
Ako isa fonu nyele bang fo tonya Jola lu siata le menu be UDP party okono.
Jola menu be UDP kono.
The Jolas that were in the UDP, there are many today, but since from Basse up to Koina, up to Gunjur, there were only two people. We are the only two people in the UDP, Yaya Bojang and Singul Nyasi. We are the only two Jolas in the UDP. Any other Jola that came into the UDP found us in the party.
Can you tell us whether as a Jola in the UDP party you experienced anything negative or positive as a result of your affiliation to the UDP party?
Ako foisa fono nye ila taro UDP kono. Foye ku takile mensi ke ku kendeti bang wala foye mensi ke ku kurunguti wala ku dimindingo ka foko imu Jola leti bari ibe UDP party okono. Fo waketa nyadile.
Indila taro UDP ku kolengo drum hani besi siri jandame to ku kolengo drum wala katachintela.
My membership of the UDP party has brought me only hardship up to today as I speak to you now. The only experience I've had as a member of the UDP is hardship.
Can you explain what kind of hardship you've had to endure as a member of the UDP party?
Afanyeng ilo kolealu mumu kolealeti wairi kake UDP nkoti.
Kolea memu menketa ndela taro UDP.
The hardships that I experienced as a member of the UDP.
Wala mnyindiko indemu Jola furim balati.
This is what is it? They said that I was a very foolish Jola.
Very.
Because
Yaya
Jame's mother is my aunt, and I have not accepted to follow him. Instead, I joined a Mandinka party.
Okay. Thank you. Can you tell us whether apart from the UDP party, there were any other active opposition parties at the time?
Ako foisa fono nyeba UDP kola for opposition party dolu be kerinde lumotumo.
Party obeje.
Yes, there were other parties.
Can you tell us whether the UDP party was perhaps the biggest party or the most active party at the time?
Foisa fono nyewutumo ba UDP lom party otume warta party dolti fodum wolela wakilo ni nkata ko siata party dolti otumo bang.
Because
UDP because UDP
wala ba bondi la jang UDP de wala ka sorong UDP de wala ka fa UDP de wala ka bute UDP de wala ka sene ke do be birka ma jaw no wo be sene tale my friend.
UDP is Yaya Jame's party because it
Yaya Jame's poison.
UDP is Yaya Jame's poison because he knew that it was the UDP that is going to eventually get him out of power. It was the members of the UDP that got imprisoned, that got killed, that got castrated, that got tortured as well.
Mr. Witness, just to remind you to take your testimony slowly so that the interpreters are able to catch up with you.
Ako isa sumayandi domam puru kanna sorla lusi ila kumobe satano ibe memfola.
I'm sorry. You sorry ka kandi.
I'm sorry, sometimes my temper flares.
Mr. Witness, do you remember around 1996, did anything significant happen during that year?
Ako sedo fo hakilo sibula 1996 sango kolale. Wo sango fo ku soton element keta mensike kuku mati la karola ila jeroto.
Ku teje mero ko mesuma atante la karola ku kolengo drong.
There is nothing that had been easy with me. All I have experienced has been hardship, only hardship.
Mr. Witness, please listen to my question. In 1996, did you attend a meeting in Birkama, a UDP political meeting?
Ako si ala nyinin karolu hakil tubake. Ako 1996 sankono. Fo ima beta bentole Birkama mensike UDP parti wala benti.
UDP Birkama bengo chetare.
The UDP Birkama meeting took place. I was to have been present.
But Jandi meeting no kasi.
But before the meeting,
12 o'clock, correct?
At 12, they sent a child to tell me that my older brother passed away in Kamfenda, and so I left for the place.
1 week, I did
not witness the meeting. I spent a week in Kamfenda, so I did not witness the Brikama meeting.
Do you know what the meeting was about, that particular meeting?
Ako fo bengo etiye nyawnyandi fo sa long bengo nyin dalilo keta muneti nung wo bengo men keta Brikama wonya.
Bengo manche nyala umar wotumo ndebe sangaro nyobe ko yar mama be freng.
The meeting did not take place in my presence. That time I was sad. I was sad for the loss I just told you.
Was the meeting about the presidential elections that were due to come?
Ako fo sina nyimwe ko fo bengo nying ya ke president carte fo le kam memba kan na wotumo.
Wo meeting do that. Ma bi nada. Because in that being the tata sangadula.
When I went to the funeral plate and came back, when I got to my home, my children told me that the soldiers and police are looking for you, and I said, what is it? Because I have not done anything so far as I know.
Mr. Witness, can you please address the commissioners when you speak rather than the public, please?
Ako sedo ni be diamula inya tilin commissioner la e katu wala kumma ya tabari amanjare purika jama molu jube inya tilin commissioner la katu wala nyante la kumolu fahamu la kende ke ya lom member caring.
So far you have said that you attended a political meeting in Birkama in 1996. However, you were unable to stay for the meeting because they informed you that your elder brother had died, so you had to leave the meeting abruptly, and you did not return back to Birkama until a week after that. Kindly tell us what happened after you returned.
Ako wairi Birkama bengo nying hamole nun kataje bari manna taje katu yesango soto itata wasangoto adu ye lokungo ke wasangoto bari wokola brisa itana muneketa.
Brisa itana.
When I came home, so when I returned back, my children and some of my companions informed me that police and soldiers were looking out for me. And I asked them, what have I done? I have done nothing. Then I said to them, anyway, I will sleep the night, and tomorrow we'll see each other, because I was going out in the streets anyway.
What happened the next day?
Ako so mo muneketa.
When I woke up in the morning, I went to the market. At the Gunjur Johnson, the place they call Ekomog.
Police.
As soon as I arrived at that place, one trader saw me and took a bicycle and off to inform them that Yaya Bojang has returned.
Okay.
When that was done, I was there. I saw a military truck approaching, and they were filled. And then they came and alighted where I was standing. They asked, who is Yaya Bojang? And I told them, I am the one. They told me, well, you are needed at the station. And I asked them, what have I done? They told me, well, let's just go. When we arrive, you will know what it is. So we pushed and pulled there for seriously. Because I did not agree to go. Then they started a fight, and so we fought there. But because they outnumber me, they are many. They held me and turned my hands backwards, handcuffed me, and then they proceeded to take me to Banjul.
Mr. Witness, can we just go through some details? You said the soldiers said they were going to take you to the police station. Can you kindly tell us which police station it was?
Ako bring sojaro no polisolu ini yo diamo menkeje iko ibe sambala police station oto. Ako police station jumalem.
Iko ibe sambala bigamo police station. Biriam bulande moto kono drong imallo bigamo police continue another Banjul.
They said they were going to take me to the Brikama police station. But once I was in the vehicle, they went past the station, Brikama police station, and straight onto Banjul.
Do you remember how many soldiers alighted from the vehicle that arrested you?
Ako foi hakilo ya mutale soldier jelle jita wo moto kono men ye muta.
Another 4 more time.
It was up to 10 people.
Do you recognize any of them, or do you remember any of them?
Ako fo mobe kono le yemen sute wala mobe kono yemen long.
Mamo sute kono. Biriyan samba ye hand over that man.
I did not recognize anyone amongst them.
Abulai Kujabi, Willem Director NIA.
But when they took me, they handed me over to Abulai Bojang.
Abulai Kujabi.
Kujabi, who was the director of the NIA.
Okay. Mr. Witness, before we get on to what happened at the NIA, can I just take you back, please? You mentioned that the soldiers, you were involved in a fight with the soldiers.
Ako janning albafula menketa al tarimo iko inin sojarolu keleta wo femfonye woto bang
femgo chidolata ye kangolipa.
They took a gun and they were hitting me on my neck. They were hitting me with a gun.
Gun butt.
It is correct that you were gun butted at the back of your head.
Ako foto nyalo nyenti ye junku isanyo to kidikumelela bang.
Jang.
Yes, on my shoulder.
When the soldiers attempted to arrest you, did you fight back?
Ako birin sojaro lafte mudala. Foi balantele fana ni keletale bang.
Yes, because I told them I was not going. I did not know what I did wrong.
Did they inform you why they were arresting you at that point?
Ako foya foyen bang inata foyen yemenke wotembo wato mebe mutala.
They did not tell me anything. They didn't tell me anything.
So you said they arrested you, they put you at the back of the truck. Can you describe what truck this was?
Enyum foko ye muta bring wato me ye korindi ye muta ye ke moto ba koma. Wo moto ba moto fason nem.
Moto double cabin at all.
There's a double cabin.
What color was it?
Ako mun couleur fason nem.
Koima.
It was a white in color.
So the vehicle took you all the way to NIA, as you said?
But it did not have any number, no plate number.
Thank you, Mr. Witness. When you got into the truck, they took you all the way to NIA. Kindly tell us what happened when you got to the NIA.
Ako biri ye muta ye bulandi moto kono ye samba NIA. Ako dukare afonye muneketa NIA bral futataji.
When we arrived, they brought me down.
Abulai officer.
They went into Abulai's office.
Abulai Funtana.
Abulai came out. He held his cigarette packet and he was boogieing. Counsel, we are having trouble hearing him.
Mr. Witness, kindly take your microphone with you as you're walking. And please demonstrate again. Please start again.
Ye men kenu ko yesa akambari ila microphone o mute bulo kono. Ya itandina ko ye men kenu be sela wala.
Where's Mr. Usher? Can we have some assistance? Thank you. Mr. Witness, please start again. Tell us what the reaction of Abdullahi Kujabi was when you got to the NIA.
Ako momo ko malafia jamela. In intenteng jang intelebejang. Ibe kujala jang abejaw yala bak.
He said to
Indebe funda ba ibe lanju la oya faja. Ufana nga ole faja. Ibe lanju la jang oya faja. Ba indebe funda because untema mantanache. Nko malafia jamela, al malafia jamela ntema la fola. So aluko diaku ntema la fala. Ntela fala no watela.
What he was saying was that when he arrived, Abdullahi Kujabi came out with a packet of cigarettes, and Abdullahi Kujabi told him that anybody who doesn't like Yaya Jammeh, I don't like him too. And here, as far as you have arrived here, if you don't mind, you are going to die here. Then I replied him, I also told him that you are the person who is going to die here, or you will be impaired here. Something will happen to you that will make you impaired, or something bad will happen to you. But me, I will go out of this place and leave you here.
Mr. Witness, did you know Abdullahi Kujabi before, personally?
Ako foye Abdullahi Kujabi lonne nung almofulu fale nyo lonne nung janni ubebe sila.
very well. We are all from the same village.
In the APRC, well, phone you bediming. So, Momo ala fero puruka over Kafa, welcome the
So my not being a member of the APRC party is what has been hurting the people of Fonye all over, so that for them, everyone was making all efforts as they could to ensure that I was killed.
Can you tell us what happened next after you got to the NIA premises?
Akobiru beketa NIA lao dinkira toje wokola mune natake.
He went inside. He went inside and came out. He came and told them, here he is sitting down. Then people came and undressed me. And then they took me to
Mr. Witness, can you kindly...
Nibediamula akanyang ikado mandindo mandim for prunsa kana sorno bar ni continenta dorong kana soro te kenola. Ko brief fintita ye urang. He said that when Abdullahi Kujabi went back into his office, they came and stripped him naked. Only his underpants was left with him, and they took him to a standpipe and they started pouring cold water on him. Briye rose wokola muneketa.
Briye rose balosi na limo. Wemo se nata. Ye njongo tondi tabuloto.
So when
loje follow puri yo kana sori yo sata.
So after I was soaked from this tub, I was brought back and I was made to squat on a chair, and it was from that time that they started electrocuting me, and they were doing it on my feet.
Can you tell us who took you and hosed you down, and who also placed you on the table and started to electrocute you?
Ako afanyeng jumale ye isamba pompoto ke rose jiola aning jumale nate ke inyong kotondi aning ka kurangota ke imas ala.
I don't know that time.
But they were sent by Abdullahi Kujabi. They were working on his directives because he was the director of the NIA at the time.
Can you tell us how you were electrocuted?
Ako afonyem fanang inata kurango ke bala jato bala nyamenga ni minto ni minto.
Niye wura bala simo beke kurango kata na ke yat. Yo be mas.
They when they were on
The
right,
for car saba buga fuduwa.
they
Sanji saba jarma kau mon fuduwa.
when I was made to squat, they were electrocuting me on all parts of my body, including my manhood, and it took almost 3 years, and I was not able to perform my marital
Obligations, I believe.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Can you kindly tell us what other parts of your body was electrocuted at that point?
Ako isa fono nyabang ye balo minto ni minto kotake na takurang futandi damen nuto.
Ya kenda nengoto.
They put
Ya kenda nengoto. Wolo tala fundi fon ka tete.
on my tongue to the extent that my head was almost shaking, vibration,
Wo be bala kensen.
and all that while I was naked.
Were there any other parts that you were electrocuted on?
Ako foy balo dula dol fana le bijele kurang futata damen nuto ye kurang ke damen.
Kurango ye fil do chejang iko nga chete. Dimbe ka jarjara. Inata na chejang.
They put one wire on my left armpit and they told me to fold it, and at that time my whole body was shaking, and then they took it and put it on my right armpit as well, and I experienced the same
pain.
How long did these electrocution sessions go on for?
Nyim kuram maso me yake la ifo hakilo samutano ameta la wati jelleta.
Kurango tilio tili iba kanduron.
the electrification.
Biri ente sambaje tilio tili. Because biri ente dunda wo nyindula to fenge. Bambadinka man tilo je nyala 1 week mbelari. Bambadinka 1 week mbelari.
The electrocution happened every other day, every day. And when I was in Babadinka, I was there for a week, and I have not seen sunlight all that while.
Can you tell us, can you describe to us the Bambadinka cells that you explained? Can you tell us where they were located within the NIA premises?
Ako foi sa fono nye wo Bambadinka ye futandi damen abe ena ela sansango kono minto ma fane la korda kono je.
It is here.
Bambadinka bele.
Bambadinka is here.
Yenyi parasoje. Dauda mole kataraje.
You see this place?
Can you, can the cameraman please just capture his diagram?
Normally you will go flat on your belly and you will crawl inside. You see this leg?
Into that 1 week.
They will chain it and tie it either side. I was naked and I was being beaten by mosquitoes, and when they get up, they'll tell you that you will die here.
And he said he was in that same position for almost 1 week. He was tied up.
When they remove you, when it's time to eat, they'll take you from out of this place and you sit here. When it's time to eat, you pull yourself and sit here. You have your meal and then that was why when I heard that you paid a visit there
because
and
did
not see it.
Thank you, Mr. Witness. Can you just resume your seat? Okay, Mr. Asher, can you please show the diagram to the commissioners, please?
Saying at a fongo ye meng safe pro Bambadinka benu nyaming abeje nyaming between council ko yewo yitandi commissional la commissional bo kayto le jibe kan
abetelle
This is the way it was.
nyama bambadi ngabete ikadune bukayele mano ni bise dunta ikatuwa nyama ni eja dunta ikatuwa nyama ibukayele mano.
When you hear Bamba Dinka, this is the way it is. Once you are on your belly and you crawl inside, you cannot turn. Whatever position you went in, that's the position you are going to remain in.
Thank you, Mr. Witness. Can I just take you through this vital piece of evidence so that it's clear to the witnesses? I mean, sorry, to the audience.
Alafta itamindila dulal la puru jesi sata ay senea puru melu bebe la moy kan kumosi ko yibema.
Is it correct that the Bambadinka cells were underground dungeons?
Ako foto nyalo nyinti Bambadinka la oselul ye ke banko du male bang.
NIA sal bate
At the big parlor of the NIA,
bunko no sal bate
inside that big parlor, that's where they made partitions. Normally, you go behind
Well, it was, the door was just behind the building. So when they take you there, they will push you down the hole and they will start beating you to push you down. The moment you are inside the hole down, then they will get hold of your legs, tie them up, and they'll make you lie down. If you lie down on your back, you will remain like that throughout. If you lie down on your stomach, you will remain like that throughout.
Mr. Witness, you mentioned that each cell was just big enough to contain a human body. And once you were put into it, you could not move left or right or on your side. Is that correct?
Ako yenyum foko, ni tata hanfo yedundi ilawo dinkirato. Bitung yidunta je nyaming ikatuole nyama. Ibuka yele mano buluba kang, ibuka yele mano marakang, ibuka yele mano ka lanya dota. Ako fo muto nyalti bang.
Ibuka yele mano.
You cannot turn.
Ibuka turn no thing.
You cannot turn anything.
Ni lefta puruka ni siso patata pitirola.
When your chest is tired of lying on it.
Ni ba fare yena ye chefo condition ye saba. Ni funda yelate ye nyori fo yelate. Tendro la fula biti oja abanta.
There were only two lying postures. Either you lie on your stomach or on your back.
Is it correct? Mr. Witness? Is it correct that you could not access the cells without the intervention of another person to actually place you into the cells or remove you?
Ako fodung yo selo lukono ni be dundila je fomo ye nyori ke mako ke nyori pour que dundi je barika fo e fama dung e faye je wo ka kole ala fodo abe o nyale bang.
Ni na de ni la.
When you lie down,
ni la ke nyori ne.
They used to push you until your head.
They will push you down until your head connects to the inner wall. That's how you will remain. If you go in on your stomach, you will remain like that.
Thank you, Mr. Witness. For now, we're going to have a short break, and then we will come back after the break to continue your testimony.
Bitala follow nga dahandingota bitung nim daha banta nim muruta nang.
Mr. Chairman, the lunch break is up, so we'll stop for now and then continue after the break.
Thank you very much, Chairman Council. We will adjourn until 2:30, an hour's time. Thank you. Meeting is adjourned.